Hello everybody, it's Taxman, and welcome to Wine Tasting Tuesday for September 15th, 2015, the Ides of September. So, today, yay, I have gone 2 full nights with sobriety, so take that everyone. Yes, I was sober, off of alcohol for 2 nights. Hold on a moment. Alright, there, that's better. And here is today's wine. We're doing Rioja again. Today it is Marqués de Riscal, Rioja Reserva, 2008 vintage. Already had it open for a bit to aerate. Now we're ready for a glass. That's a good start. And a nice full glass, because we need to have a nice, good start to the night. Let's get a good taste of this. This will be the 3rd Rioja 2008 Reserva that I've had. I've had the one from Rioja Bordon. I've had the Rioja Bordon's Reserva 2008. And as you might have remembered, it's good, but I actually like their Crianza 2009 better. I've also had the, what was it called? The Viña Palaciega, I believe it is, 2008 Reserva, and this is the 3rd one. I don't know if I've had other Reservas from 08. I don't think so. I've had some that I bought from the other wine store, but I don't think they were 08s. Let's get a nice big whiff of that. Ooh. That's very, very well integrated oak and vanilla. Very well integrated toasty oak and vanilla characteristics, because this is aged for about I think it's aged for 2 years at least in oak. That's what's required, the minimum for Reserva. So it does impart quite a character to the wine. I've got delicious moist earthiness, moist dirt, a bit of muddled spice as well. Okay, fruit, let's see. It's like blueberries and glazed black cherry. Silky body, silky medium body with quite assertive acidity and a good tannic grip. Maybe it's a bit, maybe it's got a bit of fat on the mid-body, but it's not overly apparent, not overly. Oh, this was definitely a good choice. A bit more up than I've usually been spending on Wine Tasting Tuesdays. This is a $21 bottle. The price on the Marqués de Riscal, though, has gone up significantly in the 3 years that I've been working at the wine store. When I first started working, they had the 2005 vintage, And so I've had the 5s, the 6, the 7, and now the 8. I've had 4 different vintages of this wine. The 5, I remember, I think it was good. It's been a very long time. The 6 was A-okay, good stuff. The 7 was awful. The 8, though, is great. That goes about in line. I remember that the 5s and the 6s were well-rated years. The 7 was terrible for Rioja. Only a few wineries actually managed to make decent wines that year. The 8s were back into form, and this definitely lives up to the standard of the other 8s that I've had. In fact, this one might be the most, I'd say it's better than the 07 from the Rioja Bordeaux, although I'd really like to taste them all together, all the 8s. Because this is definitely the most alive, most exciting one that I've had, with the 8s, that is. There is, like I've said before with some of the others, there is a bit of almost like a vinegary balsamic quality to it. Maybe not like, it's got almost like this sort of pungent saltiness that you might get out of a soy sauce, but not quite. Not quite, because it's a bit more of a sweetness. It's a bit more of a bitter reduced fruit sludge. It's got a very potent bitterness to it. It's almost like you sniff some of the ash and the charred, like a charred oak in it as well. All right. So a few things about the wine, as I said. Spanish. Marquise de Riscal is a pretty well-known producer out of the Rioja region. You can find quite a few different types of wines they make. They make a Crianza, then they make the Reserva, then they make a Grand Reserva, only in the best of years. The absolute best of years. I haven't had the Grand Reserva before. And they also make one called Proximo, which is basically a $7 bottle of wine. It's so Blanc, although it might be better. I haven't had it myself. I do believe it is probably 100% Rioja, although I imagine that if anything it might have other types of, a few other grapes blended into it, like Graciano. Since there are a few others that are allowed in Rioja. Mostly it's Tempranillo, though. So yeah, this is really good. This definitely makes up for the horrific 2007 wine that they made. And what was I saying? Yeah, the price in that's gone up quite a bit. When I first started working, it used to be like $16 or $17 a bottle, and the price has steadily gone up about $1.50 or so each year. So now it's $21.99, whereas before I used to buy it for $16.99. Inflation, I hate it. Well then, that is all for us tonight. I think I've gone on well enough, and I don't really have anything more to say right now, so with that, I'll leave it to you. Good night, and cheers.